So we just finished the last Lam Rim course here at Diamond Mountain, and we're going to be heading to Guadalajara, Mexico in a couple months to continue on learning the Lam Rim. So I'm wondering, Geshe, if you can talk about where we were and where are we going in July
In Guadalajara.
Guadalajara, and why is this so important?
Yeah, I like the flow that we are going through, and I've been, we just spent a week, 10 days on it, so it's fresh in my mind. And the flow is like this. There's a 5-step flow of developing ultimate love for every being in the universe, and that it does take technique, and it does take some training, and there's a specific steps to go through. And the first step that we got in this teaching was Dakshin Nyamba, which means people have equal right to be happy. So, and that seems pretty obvious, but we don't act like that. We seem to believe that my happiness is more important than your happiness. And that's just human nature, and we all have it. And so the first part of that teaching was just thinking about how everybody has an equal right to be happy. And then there was 2 kind of depressing steps. One was, look, your tendency, my tendency, is to take care of yourself first, and that doesn't work out. It always fails. And then we were supposed to think about trying to do the opposite, which is experiment with taking care of other people first and see how it works out. So we went through that, and then we reached a special teaching called Dakshin Jewa, which is very subtle practice where you put yourself in another person's body and look back at yourself to see how you really look to other people. And that can be a big revelation. It can be a big surprise when you figure out how irritating you look to other people sometimes. And then there was a 5th step called Donglen, where we learn to give other people happiness and take problems from other people. Inside of Donglen, because Donglen is basically taking on other people's pain and giving them our happiness, they got into the idea of, how is it that you're going to switch out? If you do take other people's pain, is there some way to turn that pain into success, wild success, Okay, so you don't have to run around and look for other people's problems and collect them so you can be more miserable. You run around, collect other people's problems, and you do this huge transformation. They call Sergyu Kitsi. It means alchemy. You take steel and you make gold out of it. And you take other people's problems and you convert them into this wild success. And that skill that we were learning in the Lam Rim these 10 days at Diamond Mountain, you can use that skill everywhere in your life, in your business, in your family, in your country. This skill of taking problems and twisting them into success, it's a wonderful, wonderful skill. And if you learn it, the rest of your life is successful, and you financially successful and personally successful. So we've been talking about that at Diamond Mountain, how to take problems and turn them into wild success. And now, the author of the Lam Rim, Pabonku Rinpoche, he says, by the way, you would be better at that if you understood the emptiness of problems that you're taking and converting. So we're just in the last 10 minutes this morning of the Lam Rim at Diamond Mountain, we started talking about the emptiness of problems which makes it much more powerful when you change it into success. Okay, so it's almost like Pabon Rinpoche was saving this teaching for Guadalajara. And we're gonna jump, the first day, we're gonna jump into this deep idea that the problems that you transform were never problems in the first place. And they are empty. They have emptiness. And that's going to help you transform them faster. And it's deeper. So we kind of need special group of people for that Lamrim retreat. And we decided to do it in Guadalajara because it's probably, in my opinion, the one city in the world, the one country in the world, Mexico, has taken the ACI teachings, despite COVID, despite all these problems. They never stopped. They kept going, and they went deeper and deeper and deeper. So I think it's going to be exciting to have this group of really dedicated Mexican Sangha from Guadalajara. It's going to be exciting to be with them and to go to this deep place in the Lamrim with them there to help the other people.
So this is going to be an international retreat as well?
Yeah, and I think in my experience in the past, so we haven't done Guadalajara retreat in 4 years because of COVID. And what happened in the past was, because it's easier to get a visa from Mexico than it is to get a visa for the United States. Like, as far as I understand it, Chinese people don't even need to make a special application. They just automatically get a Mexico visa. So I think the visa is so easy. And then the city of Guadalajara is a really popular vacation place for Americans. We love to go there. My wife, Veronica, hates to travel. She won't go anywhere with me. But if I tell her I'm going to Guadalajara, she's like, let's go. So I'm looking forward to it.
Great. So this event is July 5th through July 11th?
Yep.
And it's going to be in a very beautiful place within the city.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I don't know if you guys know about it, but the University of Guadalajara built, many years ago, they built a retreat center in the middle of the city, which is the strangest thing. It was like they're doing it for us. And it's a huge forest area with beautiful grass and beautiful sort of traditional housing, Mexico. And you're in your own, it's like a luxury casita, and you're in your own little house, and you're in the middle of these beautiful trees, and the Guadalajara weather is the same all year. It's the only city in the whole world where the temperature is the same all year. So it's I don't know, you're in a little island of elegance in the middle of Guadalajara City, which itself is a wonderful city. I like shopping there for my family for Christmas. And I love going to the restaurants there, which are really nice because of the French influence in Mexico. You've got, really elegant restaurants, and it's an elegant city.
Great. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for teaching, and I know they're very, very excited to have you return after 4 long years.
Yeah, and I miss the Guadalajara, and I miss the Sangha there, and we're gonna have fun together. See you there.